This video is brought to you by HydroHort. We have been developing fertilizers under the Easy Grow brand and assisting growers for over 40 years. The cornerstone of our work has been assisting growers by educating them on the importance of their water quality and how it impacts their success with their fertility program. Establishing and maintaining proper fertility levels with your indoor growing begins with the selection of the correct fertilizer for your specific plant. Next is understanding the quality of water that you are using. While there are several factors to consider in understanding the quality of your water, this presentation will focus on water alkalinity and pH. It is necessary to understand the relationship between water quality and plant nutrition to establish a successful fertility program for all your indoor growing. Water can and does contribute to the nutrient supply of your plants, as it inherently contains nutrients. Therefore, it is imperative that you know its alkalinity level. Alkalinity, especially the identity and concentration of soluble ions, has a dramatic effect on subsequent plant growth. Just as you research to find the best fertilizer for your plants, you should also test to make sure you have the best water for your indoor growing. This can easily be determined by a simple test. The reason this presentation focuses on water pH and water alkalinity is that water alkalinity can have the biggest impact on your houseplants. Alkalinity is not the same as water pH. The two measurements are completely different. Therefore, you cannot test water alkalinity with a pH tester. It must be tested with a water alkalinity tester. The alkalinity level of the water, not its pH, can cause the pH of the soil media to go up or down, therefore affecting nutrient availability. Alkalinity is the water's ability to neutralize acid. It is a total measurement of the bicarbonates and carbonates in the water. Micronutrients in the soil of your houseplants are unavailable at high soil pH levels and will cause nutrient deficiencies. Likewise, micronutrients can be toxic at low levels of potting soil pH. Many times, plant issues are assumed to be caused by the fertilizer that is being applied to your plants, when the root cause is the soil pH level, which is impacted by the alkalinity level of your water. When thinking about water quality, alkalinity is much more important than your water pH. Water pH tells you whether your water is acidic, neutral, or basic. Water alkalinity tells you its potential to change the pH of your potting soil. Here is a critical note on your water alkalinity level. Water with a high alkalinity level can over time increase the pH of your potting soil. It is not that water with a high alkalinity is harmful to your plants, but rather the effect that it has on your potting soil, pH. The pH of your potting soil is important as it influences micronutrient availability. Micronutrients in your fertilizer are available to your plant within certain soil pH ranges. Your water alkalinity will therefore have the most dramatic impact on your plant's nutrient availability. Water alkalinity is so important because it has a tremendous effect on the pH of your potting soil. And like the pH of the soil in the field, the pH of the potting soil in your houseplants influences the availability of several plant micronutrients. Water with a high alkalinity increases the pH of the potting soil and reduces the availability of several minor elements such as manganese, iron, zinc, boron, and copper. So, the constant application of water with high alkalinity can cause the soil pH to rise, thus creating nutrient deficiencies of several micronutrients even though they are present in your fertilizer. They are there but not available to your plants due to the high pH of your potting soil. Low alkalinity can also have an adverse effect on the soil media. It can cause the pH of the potting soil to decrease. The problem with low potting soil pH levels is it can cause nutrient toxicities of certain micronutrients. Now that you know what alkalinity is and the impact that it can have on your houseplants, how much alkalinity is acceptable and how much is too much? That depends on the cultivar being grown and the container size. Different plants can tolerate different levels of alkalinity. A simple alkalinity test measures the level of bicarbonates, carbonates, and hydroxides in the water. Test results are generally expressed as parts per million of calcium carbonates. The desirable range of alkalinity is between 30 and 60 parts per million for most plants. Also, the size of the pot factors into what levels are acceptable. The larger the pot, the greater the alkalinity the plant can tolerate. The smaller the pot, the less alkalinity the plant can tolerate. It is important to note that a water test should always include both a pH and alkalinity test. A pH test is not an indication of alkalinity. Water with high alkalinity always has a pH value of 7 or above, but water with high pH doesn't always have high alkalinity. This understanding is important because it is your water alkalinity and not pH that causes the most significant effects on the pH of the soil. And it is soil pH that impacts your plant nutrition the most. In summary, the main problem that arises with water that has a high alkalinity level is that your water will raise the pH of your plant's potting soil. If it is too high, then nutrient deficiencies will occur if it is above the ideal range for nutrient solubility. To learn more about water quality and its impact on your indoor garden, visit hydrohort.net and click on ebooks to get our free ebook. Let Hydrohort and Easy Grow be your partner in nurturing your indoor garden to its full potential.